to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and I'm back with the new moon reading in Libra, which is on the 30th of September, which is all about, you know, the new moon's all about new beginnings. I do feel like there is going to be progress where love and money is concerned. It's all about relationships. That can be any relationship, but you know, we are doing a love one. And it's also in the Crowley card, it's the adjustment card, so it just feels where love and money is concerned, there needs to be some adjustment, and I'm sure the cards are going to say. I still feel great excitement. I did before the other reading and I am during this one, so there seems to be a lightness coming in, not so heavy energies towards, well, definitely throughout September, and then I just sense around November, the end of November, things are going to lighten up and change. So this is all about the 7th house. Libra is the 7th house, which is marriage and relationships. It's all about fairness, balance. So for some of you, there'll be you know, it can represent legal things as well, so it can represent court hearings, you know, divorce, fairness. It's about fairness and balance. So whether you need to create balance in your life to do with your relationships or your finances, or whether there's something, because it can be karmic, this card as well, so whether something's coming back to you, you know, that was rightfully yours in the first place. So I just want to say a big thank you, as it's all about relationships. A big thank you for everyone that does put the thumbs up, like and share my videos, and who do subscribe. A big welcome to those new people, and I just want to say a big thank you to those that have stayed with me from day one. And if I can reach it, this is a gift from a very, very special person that's like stayed with me from day one. And this gift is a gratitude pot, and it's come all the way from Sedona, and you know, my heart is full with gratitude. So every night and every morning I pick my pot up and I just say what I'm grateful for in many different ways. And I know she's a brilliant artist, and with my own tarot cards, I'm having to wait on that project because it's to do with my book, so, and the book's not ready to go out, so I should be waiting to do that. But we're going to work together. We're going to work together, maybe on some tarot cards or something we're going to, because she's a brilliant artist. So just want to say a big thank you for that, and beautiful energies. So I'm going to put that on there because there's so much good energies about. Well, that's what I'm feeling anyway. My heart chakra is pumping away with excitement. So what else do I want to say? Was it something about... No, that's fine. Right, let's get into the reading. What are the most important messages? It's so hot here today, and I'm not complaining. But if you do hear the traffic, my apologies, because I've had to open the windows and put the fan on. So that one just wants to come out, but it's in reverse. Oh well, let's go with it. Oh no, it's not. It's not in reverse. That one wanted to come out. So what are the most important messages? to do with love. Oh, that one wanted to come out again, so that flipped out. That's exactly the same place as it was with the other one. So I think it's because my hands are all sticky. Right, let's leave it at that. Okay, let's see what the first card is. Oh, well, we've got the Queen of Wands come up. Now, this is the position that the King of Pentacles was in the full moon in Pisces eclipse video. So, and she was down here in reversed. So maybe something's happened. I mean, I know it's only a short period of time, but remember that these are general readings. These are energies that not just for the date that they're on, you know, they can play out for even months ahead. So but it's just giving you like the energies that are around. But she's upright now. She wasn't, so she's upright, and that's good to see. She's a fire sign. She comes under fire. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or just the energy. She's an entrepreneur. She's very passionate. She's upright. She's very centered and knowing. She's a bit like the High Priestess, but she's got great warmth. The fire, you know, upright. She's very warm and loving and inviting. She doesn't put up with nonsense, and she's very clear about what she wants. She knows her path. She knows why she's here. She's an entrepreneur. So I do feel this energy has been about for most of the year around the Queen of Wands. A lot of people are having to tap into that, and this is to do with your love lives. So, you know, we all can tap into each of the queens. It comes up in different phases of our lives. You know, maybe the Queen of Cups comes up in your life when it's all about family, and it's time, you know, to settle down and have children if that's what you want. And then this Queen of Wands turns up when it's time to be the entrepreneur. And I'm doing some projects myself, and I can see clearly that it's all about collaboration with other people, because that's the way it's going to be moving forward. I think more and more people are going to be self-employed, working on residual income. I know I've got at least 3 projects that I'm doing that eventually will bring that about. So and I'll say more about that next time. For those who live in the UK, one of them can actually one of the projects can actually help people in the UK. So anyway, that's what she's about: projects, ideas, entrepreneurship, and getting something going. But now this is the same card that was in the same position, to do with the King of Pentacles. So now it's her turn. So either this can be a mission, you see. It can be that you need to walk your path, to, you know, walking towards your soul star. In other words, your soul is calling you to do with this business on an emotional level, because this is about emotion. So it's very spiritual, this card, actually. It can be like what's the word, oh, it's gone. I know what word I want to say. It's like a pilgrimage, you know, like going on a pilgrimage. And then so it can be to do with that, is what they're asking. Let's go on and see. Right, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if she came, yeah, I think she came up in the Virgo reading, so maybe check that one again, because they're all interlinked, and they just give messages that will play out. She's comes under Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's the earthly energies, but she's upright, and now that's between the Eight of Cups is in between both. So something either around two women, the feminine, either it is two women, or it's the Queen of Wands that needs to move towards being the Queen of Pentacles, or both. So it's got to be practical then. So the mission is to walk towards being the Queen of Pentacles, which is very practical and down to earth. So I'm getting like, you know, it's got to be marrying the spiritual and the physical. It can't just be all airy fairy sort of new agey stuff anymore. It's got to be, the ideas and the work needs to be practical and down to earth and to be of service. So like the one project I'm doing is everybody needs like gas, electric, phones, things like that. So that's an example. It's everything that is down to earth. So there's something around that, but let's go on and see what else. Oh, victory. Yes. So this is all about being the Queen of Wands. Being this lady is going to bring victory, because the 6 is all about public recognition and succeeding. You've got the 5 behind you, see, and the 5 is like battles, but it can be the dragons within, because the card before this, you've got different dragons on there, and that can be your own demons that you're battling with and fighting with around being, you know, an entrepreneur. So it's like Jason and the Argonauts and the Fleece in the other tarot deck. It's, you know, the journey that you have to go on to conquer your inner demons, really, or the shadow side, whatever you want to call it. So, but there is victory over that. So that then means you've conquered something, and you're starting to be recognized, because that can mean networking, it can mean anything. And Libra is all about being sociable, a very sociable archetype of they like to you know, socialize, network, socialize, connect with people. So that's the energy. It's about maybe going out and connecting with other people, because this is very much gifts coming your way, maybe because it's facing that way, gifts from the past, maybe the work that you've done, maybe in a project that you started before that didn't actually take off, and then you put on the back burner. Maybe now that's coming around now, and it was all to do with the planets. It wasn't about you personally not being skilled or talented enough. Maybe it was more to do with alignment of lessons, and reprogramming how you see something. But there is victory there for the Queen of Wands. So that's interesting that she was in reversed here. I think it was the Tower next to it. So I'm just trying to think. So the 16th, wasn't it? Yeah, 16th is the full moon in Pisces. So then the 30th, which is the new moon, maybe something from the full moon to the new moon, that 2-week period, something happens. And she, because in reverse she's coming from the shadow side of herself, but maybe the Tower was next to it. So maybe something suddenly, what's it called, the light bulb moment happens, and she suddenly realized, no, hang on a minute, I'm not putting up with that anymore. So if you're being messed about, like I say on, I think, one of my articles, you should never have to work out how somebody feels about you. That's deceit and playing games, and that's not good. It's not healthy. So if you're having to drag people's emotions out of them, or their feelings out of them, or, you know, well, what's happening, where are we going, you know, if it's such hard work, then question it. You shouldn't have to guess how somebody feels about you. There's something going on. But she's feeling victorious, or she will be, around this new moon, which is about new beginnings. But maybe something happens, the Tower card, something strikes, and because it was the Fool card there, which is about a new beginning, about taking a risk, maybe, you know, bringing those walls down, and then you get, like, maybe she's decided to walk away now, emotionally, from something, or for same-sex couples, maybe she's moving towards the Queen of Pentacles. It can vary different ways. That's what the personal readings are about. But we've got the card in reverse at the heart of the matter, which is the Five of Cups. Now this can work either way. It is in its shadow form, so it can be that you're going through the worst of it, and then you're going to come out the other end, which is, you know, because of walking away. It can be that, because upright, it's, you know, it's grieving, it's disappointment, and you need to go through that grieving. I don't care what anyone says. It's, you know, you've got to honour your feelings, honour those emotions rather, so that you can, you know, feel better about yourself in the situation. But there is victory over that. So we'll see what other cards are saying on the Five of Cups. So because she's now in reverse, is facing and looking at the Six of Wands. So yeah, and we've got cups again, so a lot of cups, and yet the Pisces full moon is the water sign, the water energy, but it's like the spiritual energy. This is Libra now. This is about choices, and on this card in particular, I use these cards because you know, we do have symbolically the full moon and then the new moons, hence why I use them. I just resonate better with these cards to do these readings. But it's saying, it's about choices. We would have been coming out of the Mercury retrograde, going into the shadow phase though, so there'll still be another couple of weeks, but, you know, clarity should be coming, and you should be knowing what the message is for you. But he sort of gives a warning. He's like the wizard, and he's given a warning. His hat or his head's in the cloud, so, which can be thoughts. The clouds represent thoughts, but it also can be saying, you know, you've got to choose wisely. You've got to choose wisely around this Queen of Pentacles, maybe, or what she's about, what she represents for you. But it is about making a choice. This can be an illusionary card, but I tend to see it that way, you see. So it's about making a choice, and an emotional choice. Oh, we got the King of Wands now. When did he? No, that was the King of Pentacles. What was the one for the? I think he showed up on the Virgo one. I'm not too sure. The Virgo solar eclipse. You'll have to check and then go back, and then that will give you give you some more information on that, but I'm sure he did. So, but yeah, now there you go. He's upright, and he's got the most amazing smile on his face. He's like a cheeky chappy. He's like confident and cool, and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about things. He's very much, he makes a quick decision. He's like the visionary. He's an entrepreneur as well. So that can be a couple, because there's victory. There's a victory for a couple here in some shape or form, whether it's business, because the wands can represent like creativity in business, with great vision. So it can be that they're a matching couple. You're a perfect match, so to speak, in the sense that they're right for you at this moment in time, or for longer, because I'm sensing the Libra thing is more about like long-term stable relationships, about building something, but also if there's competition between these couple, because you've got the public recognition card there, then that can cause problems. But they are both upright, so I would imagine, because the Six of Wands, which is victory, it's about both of them, whoever it is, whoever it represents. It's about her feeling victorious and him, because he's underneath. So it's both of them, which, there you go, is the Temperance card that's come out a lot this year, which is the win-win situation. But let's go on. And we've got a Queen of Cups as well. So we've got 3 women in this spread and 1 man so far. Now the Queen of Cups, and we do have other cups. So the Queen of Cups is the Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio energies. Now she can be a counsellor as well. She can come under being, people go to her for advice. She's very caring, and they go to her for advice. She's very loving and affectionate. I would say she's affectionate. Not so much with the Queen of Wands in that sense, but this lady is. Maybe, she's one that would give hugs and sit down with a cup of tea and have a chat and help you, sort your problems out, really. So she can represent like a mother figure as well. So these could represent mothers if there's been something emotional situation around any mum situations, because the last one was all about children. So this can be like ex-partners, if you've had children with them. They can be like ex-mother-in-laws. It can be your own mother. It can be anything, really. But the female energy, and 3 of them. But this is victorious this side. But the Queen of Cups is next to him. The Queen of Wands is above. So we'll go on with the story. Oh, and then we got the Ten of Cups. I think this was there in the other one with the Fool, which was about, taking a risk, breaking down a foundation or walls that was being more of a defense than allowing intimacy and to be able to get this rainbow or emotional fulfillment. It was up there. but now it's down here. So it's interesting that the position's changed, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something very emotional going on to try and get whatever this happy ever after is for you, because you know, you've got to be realistic. You've got to create your own happiness. It doesn't just fall in your lap or come to you. You've got to work towards it, as in make the effort. And but it seems on this level, on this row, you see, it would look like that this may be for this person to have maybe the happy emotional contentment. Maybe this person wouldn't suit the same like sign as them then, like, or maybe that's business and this is emotional. So maybe this person is working with that woman, or that woman's working with that man, but it's more on a business level. And maybe for him to have this emotional happy outcome, he needs to choose a water sign, somebody like the Queen of Cups, really, to get this emotional completion. And maybe that's why that's saying, you know, about choosing wisely, because there's 3 women in this spread. Let's go on, have a look, see what else is trying to be saying, because we're talking about relationships. And that came, oh, and I was talking about the Temperance. This is what's going on underneath. This is, again, it's water. It's this is the win-win card. It's about finding a win-win situation where everybody's happy. So I don't know if there's more than one person involved in this situation, which can be, because the one cards was about new love and divine timing and trusting, and so maybe for some a new partner has come in, maybe some has walked away, which was the King of Pentacles, because there was something not being told with that one, which was around children. So I don't know whether they weren't saying that they do have children, and they do, you know, that they haven't told their new partner that they do have children, and they do. Or it can play out in many different ways. But it's just interesting that she was here in reversed. I can't remember the other card, but I know the Tower card was there. And he was there and walking away. Now she's upright and walking away. I like to see her upright. So but there's rainbows on both of these cards, you see, which is like, you know, the divine's promise to you that have faith, keep hope. But it's all about balance. This is a moderation card. It comes under Sagittarius, this card. You know, and Saturn is in Sagittarius. I think it is moved forward now, but it's still in there until December 2017, I believe. And Sag is all about the truth, but it's about the truth so you can have a win-win with a relationship, so that both parties are happy, is what I'm getting. And then that one would come under these two, but that's what's going on underneath. Make your choices, choose wisely to do with this card. Or the Queen of Pentacles needs to choose wisely to do with this. He maybe would be happier with a water sign to get this. and then she might be but this is the one in reversed. Upright, it's about grieving and disappointment, hanging on to the past. Reverse can mean, you know, it could mean that it's everybody's letting go of it or coming out of it. But let's have a look, see what the other cards are saying so it can go deeper. Oh, she's definitely to do with business, like I was saying. Entrepreneur. This is all about investment. It's about investing. So yeah, that's most important. So this can be the same person. You know, this can be all aspects of one feminine. The only one that's missing is the Queen of Swords. No, she didn't come up somewhere, does she? No, that was a private reading. The only one that's missing is the Queen of Swords. So she's not in the picture. So you don't need her. You don't need the Queen of Swords. You don't need her in this picture. All you need, the energies you need to be tapping into are the energies of the Queen of Wands, to do with business. We'll see what the others say. But in a practical way, you know, that it's got to be, her visions have got to be where she needs to invest. It's got to be in practical ways. It can't, you know, you've got to look at what is happening in the world. And you know, if a lot of people may be struggling with finances, you know, what are the things that they need most? You know, it goes back to food, but then it wouldn't be luxury food. You know, it's what your everyday items are. It's why the Queen of Pentacles would be there, and she's also about the home, very homely. So, but yeah, this Queen of Wands is all about investment, to do with investing. Let's have a look, see what's at the, I need a drink of water. What's at the heart of the matter? Oh, well, it's love. Well, that explains itself, doesn't it? But let's I'll just have a drink of water. Yeah, so this is about a relationship, and because it's at the heart of the matter, it's affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody. So I'll pull some cards on there, and then we can get some clarity. But yeah, it's definitely around love. So it could be that, you know, it's people are getting over it. They're getting over it. And around the environment. Right, so see now, the fox is very cunning. You see, the fox is very cunning, because it's used to being chased. It can, see, this card represents, like, to me, the Seven of Swords. This can mean that, but sometimes it means the person having the reading done, because it is next to, it's about emotionally walking away. It's about emotionally walking away, but the fox is cunning. They tend to be, they come into the towns now because the food isn't there for them. What's the other word? So it usually means either the one having the reading done needs to be cunning about walking away from something, maybe to do with finances, to do with money, but yeah, that's the one word I can use really around it. To do with finances, to do with love. Right, we've got the Tower. So this is somebody from the past. This represents somebody from the past, because this is like somebody older. So it's either somebody older, a woman older, somebody from the past, because it's something old. This is fate, this card. It's around fate. But there's something. She's being guided. Fate is guiding her. I'm not too sure about why it's that way around, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. So we've got the Gentleman turn up on the Victory card. So this is victory. This is recognition. So maybe this man gets recognition, male energy, or maybe he gives recognition. He gives recognition to, maybe publicly he does. Maybe he does to the Queen of Wands. It's around the masculine anyway, because it's there. Now those two cards can mean, so he could be a businessman. So that's what I'm saying. For this woman, this could be to be successful. Maybe there's, because he's a businessman, but she's a businesswoman, to do with investment, and he's a businessman. Or he's got money, he's got finances, and this keeps repeating itself. So, and then we need to look at the Libra. Maybe it's in that Libra time, you know, that's all about harvest time as well, which could also represent him. But there's also love, you see. Somebody with money or something about investing to do with him will bring victory. And it's also to do with love, because it's not the ring. So it's not just about a relationship. There is love that's at the heart of the matter. So what's the choices? Oh, well, there's the success, there's the key again. So I'm not seeing that as a negative now. I'm seeing that as a positive, because sometimes you do not, it's not about playing games, but sometimes you've got to be a little cunning. So I don't know, it'll be different for everybody, but that's on that one. So there is, choosing wisely brings you success. So it goes back to that. In simple terms, that's what it's saying. Choosing wisely. You've got the key. You've got the key now. The past is your key into choosing wisely. So the past is your key to choosing wisely. Fate, things that have happened. Let's go on. Oh, we've got the Clover card. What's the time? I need to put some more cards out. Got the Clover card on this King of Wands. Well, he's got like the Midas touch, this guy. he's just got the Midas touch. He seems to be in the right place at the right time. This can be feminine as well. You don't, you know, just don't get bogged down to it. But this energy is in the right time, in the right place, and it just happens. Everything comes together for this guy. That's what I'm getting, is the Midas touch, is good luck. And this person is very lucky in love also, because it's the card going that way. So no matter what emotional disappointment there's been, he doesn't see it that way. He sees that he's lucky in love, but the heart, this disappointment, whatever happened, that is now coming out of, because the new moon is a new beginning, and your projects you need to do, you got that like 2 weeks from the new moon to the full moon, which I think again is on October the 16th, but I don't know what sign it's in, to get something, you know, to be successful, get something going, and then that cycle changes again. But there's something about around love, and she's upright, so is she, so is he. You know, I mean, this feels really positive. There's a new pathway. See, for some, this can be, yeah, so that's now representing an end of a relationship, something that's already gone. You're moving through that. You're moving through the disappointment, because we've got the road here to do with the Queen of Cups. So, and that's all cups that way. But this is a new pathway, a new love, a new pathway opening up. And then there's news. There's news. You know, we're coming out of that Mercury retrograde, so maybe something around the family on an emotional level, a contract, and that's fine, because there's going to be success now. There's going to be success now. So for those of you to do with key, so it could be to do with unlocking something to do, but yeah, you're going to make the right choice. And this is news, emotional news, contact. So you got two things going on, maybe an end of a relationship, and then something far much better coming in. And it's about investing in it, because that's about investment. So, but there is news about this, or it could be somebody that around you that's going through that. But there's luck. There's luck to do with this guy that's got investment, got money to invest. And it could be the same guy, could be the same one. So yeah, there's change going on underneath, big change to do with the win-win. Temperance is all about, it's a very spiritual card, something to do with Saturn and that other reading. So let's pull some cards on the Queen of Wands. Most important messages for the Queen of Wands. Can you see? Oh, there we go. There's the Tower card, and it was right next to her on the full moon one. So, you know, if you watched that one before, then maybe it gives you sort of an understanding. I'll try and get this. Yeah, it will go out on the full moon reading. So I try and get it out in the morning, so that, you know, something might be of support then. But yeah, so this is, the mask has come down. The mask has come down. Something's happened. To do with those or it will be to do with those 2 weeks. I don't know, but I like to see that in reverse. And yes, that for some in a different scenario it could be, you know, you're being dramatic and whatever, and things are really bad, like ruins and whatever. But I see it more like her mask is coming off. She's not putting up with this anymore. So I feel, you know, this is all about poverty and financial loss and you know, needing to ask for help. But I just feel that this is the energy, because this is about restrictions. So there's been financial restrictions for this Queen of Wands, and she's like saying, I'm not having it anymore. So that's not my life. That's not the life I'm meant to live. And I'm not putting up with it, because the Tower's in reverse. So, and because of the story from the other one, something's happened to do with that, and she's not willing to go down that path anymore. And that can be your consciousness, poverty consciousness, poverty thinking. It can be actual something physical with your body because they're wounded. So it'd be different for everybody. But yeah, no, she wants this new beginning, and the Fool was above the Tower. So she wants this new beginning, and she's had enough of this, and she's willing to take a risk to do with investment. So any projects that are there and is, you know, will create a better life for you, then that this is it. The Fool is it. It's about taking that leap of faith, for her. So let's see what's on to do with the Queen of Pentacles. To do with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's to do with a house move. This is to do with something solid, something concrete, property. It's to do with everyday situations. This is a new job. It can be a job rather than a business, but it's fated. It's something old. So something I'm making something new out of something old in a practical way. Yeah, because the blindfolds have been on, and got to trust your intuition, go with your feelings. This is a choice, a decision to make. So maybe don't go with the physical of what you see, you know, because this is emotions at the back, and we do have the 5 of coins there, which will cups there, so that's still affecting that. It's to do with the romantic situation. Yeah, to move away, make a choice to move away, but don't go by what you see, go by what you feel. Is because this can be disassociated from your feelings. But yeah, you've got to make a decision to move away. This Queen of Pentacles does. So let's have a look to do with the King of Wands, and then the Queen of Cups. And I'm going to put a few Romance Angel cards out. Right, so this yeah, see, this is the 7 of Cups, Pentacles coins, I call it. Will you go away, Mr. Fly? Or are you a wasp? Whoa. Go. Right. So what are wasps about? Well, they can sting you, can't they? I don't know. Anyway, this is in reverse. So upright's harvest time, you see, but it's like waiting for something, and it's on him, waiting for his luck to come in. That would go with that. So maybe it's about waiting for his luck to come in. Because in reverse, it's like that could be missed opportunity. Oh, and we've got the King of Cups. Maybe because he's unable to be the King of Cups. Because in reverse, that's emotional manipulation. So the King of Cups in reverse is emotional manipulation. To do with, well, maybe he's not willing to wait, because that's the waiting card upright. Wait, that's waiting for your luck to come in, harvest time. Yeah, because he's defending on an emotional level, defending something to do with partnership. But he's lucky. He's lucky, and but maybe to do with something else. He's lucky in life, but maybe to do with something else. He's causing a problem because around his emotions. I don't know. Right, and now the time has flown by because of the wasp. So I probably have to cut that out. Right, so the Queen of Cups, what's going on with her? Well, that's a new pathway for the Queen of Cups. This is in reverse, so this isn't, yeah, this isn't an enlightenment. That's enlightenment or enterprise. It could mean an enterprise, but it's in reverse. Why is it in reverse? To do with a message of love. A message of love. Oh, they're all in reverse. Yeah, a lot of them was in reverse actually. So these ones down here are in reverse. But the one that's the good one to see was that one. They were upright. Yeah, this is about your power. This is about having confidence, upright, and having power. But no, this Queen of Cups doesn't feel confident. She doesn't feel confident about a new pathway. Something either to do with her psychic abilities, because this card, the page, can be about psychic abilities. So even though she's upright, you know, she's a lovely person, she doesn't have, that's like an enterprise to do with psychic abilities, because you've got the Magician, which is your power and your skills and your talents. But this Queen of Wands is doubting herself. Something to do with a new pathway is what I'm picking up on that one. Now I don't know if that's 3 different people or not, but let's have a look at the 5 of Cups to see what's going on there. Oh, there's victory. See, so that's the card that's come up, which is next to the victory card with the man. So there is victory, but this on this one, see, that way he's facing towards the man, so it's something to do with victory for the man. And then this one is facing towards the future, so something to do with the past, to do with that one. And then this one is facing towards the future, but there's victory. So this is very positive. The 5 of Cups in reverse is very positive, to do with love. Oh, around the Emperor, so the Emperor's come back up. The Emperor's come back up. So the other reading, King of Pentacles, and then the Emperor down there. So there's victory for the Emperor, whatever was said in that reading. Oh my God, yes, there you go. You've got the Ace of Cups. That's an emotional new beginning. Emotional new beginning. That is so positive. This Five of Cups being in reverse is very positive. Right, let's quickly see what the angel cards want to say. Most important messages. Yeah, we've got the very soon card come back up again. So we got the choice card. So maybe there's going to be a choice. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this is it, you see. I think everything's already there and is there waiting for you. But it's about aligning, making the choice, because the Mercury retrograde is all about the universe, people making their choices, and then maybe from the ego rather than their soul, and then the universe is having to organize all the furniture, because that's what the Mercury retrograde is all about. So that people's choices, they have to reorganize the furniture as to what you want. So you've got to be very clear about what it is that you want, and very soon as well. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yeah, if you do have a type, then you know, you need to be open-minded to who this person could be, but you've got to pay attention to the red flags. By paying attention to the red flags, you see, then you'll make the right choice. You'll make the right choice because you're learning from the past. So you know, you're not that person anymore. You're not that person anymore. So what's going on underneath? Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, because remember, the Queen of Wands was in reverse and she was getting impatient, frustrated and impatient, but something happens for her, bless her. But yeah, things have to unfold, because that's to do with change and the win-win situation. So things have to unfold in their own time. Can't be controlling, because the Queen of Wands can be very controlling in the reverse position. So let's have a look, see what these want to say. Most important messages. So yeah, so there you go. You've got to that's what I was saying about very soon. You've got to focus on what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. You know, we tend to focus on the problems and not the solutions, but this is saying, so something's happening around this Libra time, this new moon, which is new beginnings, but you've got to focus on what it is that you do want, not what you don't want. And listen, you know, you are coming from love. You're not coming from fear about your soulmate, keeping an open mind about who he is, because remember, something to do with the Emperor, because of the Six of Wands is there and the Ace of Cups. So whatever disappointment you've experienced, know that that was meant to be, because it is positive, that five, that affects everything else. So I don't know how many people this will be speaking to. And there's divine guidance. Yeah, you trust you know, that's what the red flags are, divine guidance. You know, it will guide you. Your own divine guidance will guide you. So don't worry. You've got to take risks, because there was that in the other one, the full moon one. You've got to take risks for the tower to come crumbling down, and then you're breaking old thought patterns, beliefs, but don't worry, trust yourself. You've got to take risks. You've got to start getting out there. Let's see what's on a physical level. Most important messages. Oh, romantic partner. Did he come out somewhere else in the other one? Or it was the private readings that he seems to be coming out. I thought it was the other one, but yeah. So this can be a rejuvenation for those that are already coupled, especially those two, if there's competition between them. But you know, this is a rejuvenation with an existing relationship, or somebody new now or in the near future will be coming in that will, you know, make your heart sing and will be the romantic partner that you want, but keep an open mind about them. But you know, you need to focus on what you want, what type of partner you want, really. But the focus is on the romantic partner. And that's beautiful. Higher consciousness. There you go. It is saying with this card, listening and about keeping an open mind about your soulmate. You know, you are coming from love. You're not coming from fear. You are tapped into your higher consciousness. So trust that to do with this romantic partner. And on a conscious level, higher consciousness level, this is a higher consciousness partner. And then, you know, do your visualization. That will help and support you. You are very clairvoyant, clairaudience, claircognizant. It's all the clairs to do with this divine guidance and red flags. So you're going to make the right choice because the success card is there. And let's just end with this one. Most important message. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. So yeah, you need to honour that. And 4 and 2 is 6. It's the Lover's card. So around the situation, we all have fundamental need to take breaks. We are at our best when we balance all aspects of our lives. Love yourself and the people in your life enough to create an environment that allows everyone the opportunity to take care of their needs. So this could be different people. When we are rested, we are at our best and able to fully appreciate all that life offers. So there we go. Okay then, I shall be back for the monthly. It'll just be one reading. I'm going back to doing the one monthly, and then the new moon and the full moon again. So that's plenty, you know, that's 3 hours of information and guidance. Otherwise you get too much and then you don't know where you are. So okay, I will say put your hands up, put your thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and that's your gift back to me. And please, if you need to reach out, go to my website, there's a link below, and book a reading if you want some more clarity on the situation. Okay, wishing you lots of love. Namaste.